What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Mr. OBF, back one time for your mind. Welcome to the OBF the Network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live stream when we go live, people. You know the bad part about it? Bad part about this live stream I'm doing? I really genuinely didn't want to talk about this woman because number one, she's an embarrassment to the black community. I just want to put that out there before we even get started. I do not like grown-ass women or grown-ass people, black people, period, at a certain age, still acting like they got to act like they from the fucking ghetto or something. Like they got to be ghetto all the fucking time. And then performing that way, right? Like, you know, her doing her show is performing as well. Just too grown for that shit. Like, you get what I mean? Like, just be yourself, man. Like, you know, and maybe that is her. Maybe this is her, but, you know, she too grown for this shit. But it is what it is. Shout out to my brother Game in the building. What up, Game? Shout out to my brother Bell in the building. What up, brother Bell? But yeah, I genuinely did want to talk about this woman, but I didn't like what she said. Shout out to my brother, my little brother LT. He told me about it, and then I think he did send it to me, but I wound up looking at the clip, a little of it. I didn't look at all of it, but I looked at a little bit of it, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to talk about this. But then I wound up fucking around, falling asleep or some shit, and then when I woke up in the morning, it was fucking time to go to work. So, but shout out to my little brother LT. Shout out to LT in the building. What up, L? But yeah, I wasn't going to talk about this woman, but some of the shit that she was saying was horrible about our own people. And it's not even about black immigrants and black Americans, that shit. I mean, I get it's tension there, right? But it's deeper than that. And we're going to get a little deeper than that. Let's get into this.
So I didn't even get the opportunity to come in and discuss what Tasha K had said about the FBA. She's already apologized for what it is that she said. That was quick. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you've come across this video
and listen, and let me say this. The apology, like the shit that we gonna hear, I don't even really need an apology at this point. Like, as black people, and then like I said, she didn't apologize because she genuinely felt bad about the situation or the shit that she said out of her mouth. It wasn't about that, and we're gonna get deeper into why she really apologized. But at a certain point, like when you cross a line without people, like, I don't want no apology, bro. Because I ain't going to forgive you. Like, I'm not in the space right now as a black person in this country to play around with bullshit. Listen, especially not from racist white people and other minority groups, and damn sure not our people. I'd be damned if I allow our people to keep disrespecting our culture and our people. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not forgiving you right now. I'm not in the space to be forgiving people. So her apology, what you apologizing for? We don't need no apology.
Subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Also, I talk politics over here on YouTube. I'll put a link to that channel. If you are not subscribed to that channel, please subscribe to that channel as well. But Tasha K came out the other day and said this about the FBA.
They called my husband
an African booty scratcher. They said that I cannot speak on the foundational Black American movement because I'm married to a booty scratcher. Here's what I think about that.
Listen, first of all, let's just stop right there. For you to get upset about that, that's some shit that when we was young, and she's around my age, you too grown for this shit. An African booty scratcher? Listen, people, that's some shit that we would say to even to us. Right? Like, listen, I didn't grow up around a lot of Africans, honestly. So it ain't even that serious with me. Like, I'm not even that into like this whole notion that we like into it, Black Americans and Africans. I'm like kind of like, yo, if y'all feel that way, some of y'all feel that way, then fine. Like, you get what I mean? I'm not arguing. I'm not going back and forwards with African people. That shit is, and other people from the motherland. I'm not doing that. Y'all go ahead and do, y'all want to kiss ass to white supremacy in this country? Go ahead, man. But stay the fuck out of our way. I'm not arguing with some of these people. Listen, I didn't grow up with a whole bunch of Africans. I grew up with some Jamaicans and some shit like that, and maybe some Puerto Ricans and shit like that, and white people, right? I mean, not hang around white people like that, but I knew some white folks, right? But a lot of my issues that was in the Black community that I look back at now that we had as a community was that we would, the colorism shit. That was kind of our thing, right? And this is coming from where I come from. I can't speak from other places because I didn't grow up with Africans. So I don't know this. I heard African booty scratcher before, but you young, you ignorant, you don't know no better. I didn't know that at that time that was for Africans. We used to say that shit to for like motherfuckers with had beady hair or some shit like that. So like, cause I ain't like I never seen Africans before, but usually Africans' hair is like nappy, right? So that's why we used to, motherfuckers that had nappy hair, you would make fun of and call them African booty scratches and shit like that. But it still was disrespectful to Africans. I'm not gonna try to like downplay it, but it wasn't for me when I was young like that. It wasn't like this big thing, right? It wasn't even really about Africans. It was about them, but it was mainly about the person that we was jonesing on, right? Making fun of, right? I got called it, you know, plenty people got called it. I called people that, people called me that. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal. The biggest issue that I had in the community was colorism amongst our own. So, you know, but you know how fucking old that saying is, African booty scratcher? Like, yo, that shit is child's play to the shit that motherfuckers probably call Africans now. Which it is child's play. So you got upset about that? You too grown for that. And then, like, I keep saying this to people. You're online. Going back and forwards with motherfuckers. Like, stick to what the fuck your channel is about. You don't gotta keep going back and forwards with people in the goddamn chat. You know it's gonna be people in your chat that's gonna disrespect you. They're gonna say fucked up shit. You know that. In your comments, in your chat, you know that. But for you to go back and forwards, that's on you. So you got yourself upset because they could have been FBA. Half the time you don't know a lot of these people was foundational Black Americans. You don't know that. These motherfuckers could have been pretending, right? Just to stir up trouble, just to get a rise out of you, for you to now say some fuck shit. See, this is what I mean. But let's just say they are. That's certain foundational Black Americans said that. Why you gotta disrespect everybody? Why you gotta group all of us with these motherfuckers that saying some fuck shit? I don't agree with everything from the FBA. And I speak on it. But I ain't gonna shit on the movement. Anyway. Shout out my brother LT. Yeah, listen, bro. We used to say that shit. Like the first time I even ever heard somebody say that shit, I had to be like maybe like 8. So that was back in the 80s, bro. This shit is old. Like the like anybody say that, you probably look at them like, yo, you a corny motherfucker. Why are you even saying that? Like, you know what I mean? It's like an old ass corny joke at this point. Now, I would understand if an African get upset about it, but I'll probably be upset just because a motherfucker say that. Like, yo, that joke is corny. Like, nobody says that shit anymore. Like, just weird shit. But anyway, let's move on. Now, I wanna say this as well. I tell all my black folks, black Americans, if you date outside your race, regardless if the motherfucker look like us, if he an immigrant or whatever, understand what comes with that. That's a whole nother different culture that you're dealing with. And you have to understand, bigotry gonna come from that culture, and your own people is gonna feel a certain type of way of you even fucking with that culture. So you, like I said, I don't even know why people get upset. If you date outside your race, regardless if the motherfucker is black, he's African, Jamaican, whatever, understand that it's gonna come with some hate. So grow some thicker skin. I ain't saying you gotta tolerate shit, but there's certain ways you handle shit, and you don't just shit on everybody because a few motherfuckers said some things. But anyway, let's move on. Love who you want to love. That's all I'm saying. But love who you want to love, but understand it comes with consequences. Dating outside your race. Just saying.
NBA movement and any other movement that has to do with Young Pharaoh, Brother Polite, Dr. Umar Johnson, all of these movements that y'all look up to, all these men, okay, that I guess guide you to help elevate your consciousness. That's what I was saying about the
understand. Listen, in the FBA movement, I've seen more black sisters more militant in this movement than you see the men. But see, that's a whole nother thing. Why are you trying to hate on the black men? Because I seen more black sisters more militant. Now, mind you, a black sister that's an FBA is the one that's going to have to, the one that's going to check her ass. But I seen more black sisters in the FBA movement more militant than the men. They don't play certain shit. Not when it comes to black Americans, they are militant. They ain't playing no games. Just letting you know. So stop trying to keep blaming black men. God damn. Put some sisters in there. You know what I mean? I feel we equal to our sisters. Put our sisters in there. If you're going to give criticism, give it to some of the sisters. Because I done seen sisters don't play. And in this FBA shit, yeah, they don't play around like that. A lot of sisters, they don't play. Once sisters committed to this shit, they don't play. When sisters are in movements anyway, they don't play. They consistent. It be the iffy ass black men. That's why the movements get all fucked up. It's being real. But let's move on.
Movement, it's no different than the KKK.
Hold on, let's go back. What this bitch just say?
Okay? That I guess guides you to help elevate your consciousness. This is what I was saying about the FBA movement. It's no different than the KKK. Meant to divide. Meant to separate you, to isolate you. To have you looking at
let me explain something to you what the KKK was and what white supremacy is, because it's all the same to me. They intentionally create policies. They create movements to vote, to change policies and bills, to oppress people. They have the numbers. They have the power to do that. I don't know no black movement that had power like that. Listen, even the civil rights movement, they didn't have the power. We couldn't vote. We literally, Martin literally had to black people had to sacrifice themselves by being abused in public so this shit can have some type of an effect, so people can wake up. They didn't have no fucking power. They had no voting power. They had no power at all. We ain't had the numbers. And it's the same thing with the FBAs and the Black Panther movement and the Nation of Islam, all that shit. All the movements that we had. We don't really have the power. Because number one, it's all black people don't all think the same. A lot of times, if people in the movement, they don't know how to let certain niggas lead. And then even when the leaders get into power and motherfuckers put them like, are you the leader? These motherfuckers get big heads and don't understand that, nigga, you don't know everything. So that's why I always tell when you run in movements, you don't have one leader. Not in the black movement. Niggas get too many big heads. But you have to be militant. You have to stand on business. You have to be honest. Ain't no talking behind niggas back. If you got a problem, speak that shit. I don't like that. And be honest. And it shouldn't be consequences for you speaking. Like I say, I don't give a fuck if it's consequence. I'm going to speak to my people if I agree with them or not. I'm not going to sit there. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat shit for y'all. I'm not going to do that. If I got something to say, I'm going to say it. I don't like something, I don't like that shit. That shit don't feel right, it don't feel right. And I feel like that about the FBA. I stand with the movement, but I don't agree with every fucking thing. But I'm still committed. I'm on code. So when motherfuckers start disrespecting the FBA, nigga, I'm stepping right up, just like now. Tasha K is out her goddamn mind. And like I said, we ain't going around, none of our movements was going around killing and hanging white people. Young black people are getting hung, people, in 2026, and the police is acting like it's just suicide. Black people don't hang themselves, bro. Not no public shit. Now, if you telling me they hung themselves in their home or some shit like that, then that make more sense to me. But you talking about black people getting hung, young black folks is getting hung out in public, in trees and shit. Then they talking about it's suicide. Like, come on, bro. Black folks, stay amongst your own. I keep telling y'all. In a way I do. In a way I do, Al. Because when black women get together and they on that shit, whatever it is, yo, you see how they move. I believe, just my honest opinion, black women are a little bit more militant than men. And it's not to say, black men, it's not to say that we ain't strong or no shit like that. It's militant is a little different. I'm talking about discipline. That's what militant is. You gotta, like, fuck all the distractions. It's only be distractions to come in to fuck a movement up. And for some weird reason, you look at every goddamn movement we have had, or you know what I mean, or groups or whatever movement we had, it usually be the black men fuck it up. It usually be our black men getting caught up in dumb shit. Yeah. And it's a lot of the ego. It's a lot of ego, bro. Like, black men got ego, bro. Like, yo, you every time, I listen. I done seen black men in rooms where, like, friends of mine, like, right, motherfuckers I don't hang around with like that no more. Like, you know what I mean? Because I peep shit. Motherfuckers see you shining. Like, I got an aura when I come in the room, right? I can be very, very quiet over in the area. But somehow, some way, I will attract people to come try to start fucking with me. Right? It's just because I have the personality for it. It's an aura thing, right? Motherfuckers that, like, I see people, some black men, they come into situations, they got to be the center of attention. Like, yo, come on, bro. Like, you get what I mean? Like, you don't have to do that. Who you competing with? You ain't compete. What you competing with? You can't compete with me. First of all, I'm not competing with none of my black brothers or sisters. I'm not competing with you. What the fuck we doing here? But you see black men do it all the time. And I see it all the time, bro. So just imagine the movements. Like, niggas, like they gotta be the hit honcho and, you know what I mean, ego playing. Like, you see another motherfucker shining in the group, you like, he think he all that now. Like, what? Like, bro, how about you go try to learn some shit? I'm the type of motherfucker, I want to be a part of it. I don't want to be hating on it. I want to be a part of why this nigga shining like this? Why the spotlight is on him? Why his aura like that? I want to know. But, you know, you get a lot of black men, they fuck movements up, man. A lot of our black men, we be fucking movements up, bro. Ego, borderline jealousy, envy, like, can't, you know, like, I don't know, bro. Like, I always tell people, when people try to seek attention, like, yo, that shit is like the weirdest shit in the world. And the crazy shit about it, I can peep it, right? Like, I can peep it. Like, I can be in a room for about 5 to 10 minutes and I can see how whoever it may be is there just seeking attention. Like, but, you know, it is what it is. Let's move on.
Races that look like you and hating them for no reason. That is the same foundation and principles that the Ku Klux Klan build themselves on, which is protecting your whiteness, their pureness. Not knowing that they are not pure. It's a lie. And I don't get involved in these types of conversations because it's ridiculous. It's very
No. You ridiculous because, see, the problem is when you're not educated in black history or discrimination or anything like that. Listen, it ain't just white people been shitting on black American people. It been some Africans. Some white, a lot of whites, put it that way. Some Africans, some Mexicans, some Puerto Ricans, like Chinese. We get the shit from everywhere. But if you're not educated in that, when you walk around with her ghetto ass, she walk around on this ghetto shit, and then all of a sudden now you're upset. Now you want to talk like you got some sense, and then you're still ignorant because you don't know the history, of course you say stupid shit. Of course you sound ignorant. Listen, Black Americans, listen, I keep saying this as far as the movement. Like, yo, we just tired of motherfuckers trying to shit on us, bro. And every time, and then soon we say we sticking together, because all other cultures, even the Africans, all of them, they all of them stick together when they bring their ass over here. Now that black people like, all right, cool, y'all can do that. We gonna do this, but we gonna worry about us. Now you notice, like I said this shit ever since 2024, when black people was like, all right, we done. We only gonna focus on us. You notice all other race, different minority groups, and even the white folks, some of the white folks, some of the minority groups, they start getting upset at black people, saying we being racist because we only want to focus on what the fuck we do. We don't really give a fuck about what's going on with y'all. We put our work in. Our ancestors put work in. That's the reason a lot of y'all here. And y'all mad at us? Nah, bro. Nah, we not going for that. And like I said, Tasha K, you getting checked, and your ass got checked because of the fact you are ignorant. You are a ghetto-ass, ignorant woman. You ignorant as fuck. You don't know shit. And that's the problem. When you start speaking about shit that you don't know, then you sound stupid and ignorant. And you let some old joke about an African booty scratcher get you riled up, bitch? Yes, I called up, bitch, because I don't have no respect for her. The fuck out of here, man. You gonna call all black Americans that we want to stand on our black American shit, we the Klan? You compared us to the Klan, bitch? We ain't hang nobody. We ain't wishing no harm. We just want to be left the fuck alone and worry about our shit. That ain't what the Klan do. We want to push policies to help our people. But somehow we the Klan? Man, please. Let's move on, people.
Their pureness. Not knowing that they are not pure. It's a lie. And I don't get involved in these types of conversations because it's ridiculous. And it's very unintelligent.
I'm sorry. She says she don't get involved in these type of conversations because it's ridiculous. No, you don't get in these conversations. It's because, number one, you don't really give a fuck. Then number two, it doesn't make you no money. And number three, you're not qualified or educated enough to be even talking about these situations. That's the reason that you don't want to be talking about these situations, or you don't talk about it. But you decided to talk about some bullshit and say some fucked up shit because of an old fucking joke from a few people in the chat or whoever called your husband an African booty scratcher. Are you fucking kidding me? Grow the fuck up. You're a grown-ass woman with kids and married. Grow up. And then, why am I even saying this? This is the same bitch that all she does all day is gossip about everybody else's relationship. And now she mad because somebody disrespect somebody, her husband, their relationship. So now she mad about that? All you do is gossip. That's why, listen, if you ever really think about it, you notice a lot of black people, we don't give a fuck about what's going on with Wendy Williams. Why? Fuck Wendy Williams. This woman harmed the culture more than she helped it. The fuck out of here. We don't need you to be out here gossiping about our people. That's why we got them racist white folks. They do it for us. You don't gotta gossip about us. How about you find some shit do some shit to uplift your people? No, they want to talk gossip. Oh, you know, Cardi B and Takeoff and all that other shit. He fucking around, she fucking around, so what? How's that your business? Or any of ours? I don't give a fuck. Y'all notice I never talk about that shit. That's their own personal. I understand it in the public. I get that. But I ain't talking about it. When I talk about Cardi B, me and my wife was having this conversation about Cardi B. I say Cardi B she is the top female rapper. She's on a whole nother level. I talk positive about Cardi B. It's easy to say some fucked up shit about Cardi B. But I'm not, come on, man. That ain't none of my business. Her Takeoff cheating, he cheating. Hey, man. Mind your motherfucking business. But she created a whole channel to gossip about black people business. I don't watch her shit, but when I did watch it in the beginning, right when I caught a couple, it was all about our people. What about them white folks? You turn down our people, fucking with our people, but you ain't talking about them white folks. Come on, man. Shit crazy, man. Let's move on.
Their pureness. Not knowing that they are not pure. It's a lie. And I don't get involved in these types of conversations because it's ridiculous. It's very unintelligent to talk about. To even speak on. That I would deny my own children, my own grandfather, my own mother, just to protect what? A movement? Y'all don't put food on my plate? Y'all don't pay none of my bills? Now sit in the living room with bonnets on, causing division because you angry, trying to be accepted no different than a gang on gang crime when you got them little boys in Chicago or any other city taking each other out.
Why you bringing up, they do it all the time. What you keep bringing up Chicago for? You sound like a white supremacist. What the fuck do that got to do with? How she go down this coon road, the sunken place, from just a old joke that a couple of people, maybe somebody she heard in her chat, or called her husband an African booty scratcher and told her that she can't speak on Black American shit because she married to an African. How you go all the way down to fucking with them kids in Chicago? See, you know my problem with some black people, that these coons that keep bringing up Chicago and all that shit. If you don't come from that, or if you do come from that, if you come from that shit, you should have a little bit more empathy and sympathy and understand why a lot of that shit is happening. Even if they doing fucked up shit. It's our people. Now, if you don't come from it, then what the fuck are you speaking on it for? You just like a white person that don't come from that type of environment. I asked them the same shit. Why you keep speaking on it if you don't come from it? And that goes for some of you coon ass Negroes. What are you speaking on them type of environments in our community when you know nothing about it and you don't come from it? How the fuck you gonna speak on it? You don't know why they doing a lot of the shit they do. You have no fucking clue. But you're quick to judge and point fingers and shit on them kids. Listen, they already fucked up. They don't need you and me or these racist ass white people to be shitting on them. They already ain't shit. Let's just be real about it. The shit that they doing, the shit they involved in, they ain't shit. They probably feel like shit for all the fuck we know. You don't come from it, but you gonna tell them niggas in Chicago what they shouldn't be doing, or black people like me, what you doing about the black community? Bitch, listen, we can't all help the whole fucking community if we ain't got the money to do it. We don't pass laws. What the fuck? We can do our best. We can try to explain to these young folks what they doing is fucked. But when you in that lifestyle, niggas is gone at that point. A lot of Negro, a lot of black folks, a lot of these black youth, when you are part of that, I lived it. I come from it. When you are in that shit, you gone. It ain't really nobody, ain't nothing really nobody can tell you. Only thing that can change you if you do believe in a higher power God, he send you shit that maybe you may like, all right, it's time for me to stop this shit, or something tragic gotta happen to you, or consequences. And sometimes it's a little too late for some of us. Just saying. I got lucky. I think kind of what really helped me too was that I didn't grow up with parents. So I had to move around a lot. So I lived with people. So I never stayed in one spot. So I was connected a lot. Right? So I knew motherfuckers here, and there. So I wasn't beefing with people. It wasn't no reason for me to beef with people. Because I knew him. I knew them over there. I knew them over there. Like, you get what I mean? But when I really did get with a clique like that, a lot of the worst shit ever happened to me when I was with one clique. But like I said, I was young too, and we had rec centers and shit. Like, y'all used to play baseball and shit like that, when I was a kid and shit like that. Like, my childhood wasn't as bad. Like, when I was very, very young, I think the only, like, if I look back emotionally, I think it fucked me up. Right? But, like, a lot of shit didn't, like, a lot of that shit is not as bad. Like, when I look back at it, it wasn't that bad like that. Because like I said, I didn't start selling dope until I got like fucking 14, 15 years old. And then I didn't even stay selling dope that long. Like, I got at the game from like, let's say like from 14, 15. I probably did that shit for about a good 4 to 5 years maybe. But in that time limit of that 4 years, a lot of bad shit happened to me. Some of the worst shit ever happened to me. Honestly. That's why I say the game ain't nothing to be played with. That's why I don't play around with the streets. I don't disrespect the streets, but I'm not sitting there bigging up the streets like that's some good shit. Like, nah. But I don't disrespect it. If you're in the streets, you're in the streets. If you're not, you're not. Stop acting like you are. Stop speaking on that shit if you ain't really in that shit. Stop talking like a lot of times how a lot of motherfuckers be talking like they street dudes. You not street, bro. You a street nigga. You got a whole nother different mentality. Listen, when you a real street dude, you willing to kill anybody. Just being real. It don't mean that you the toughest nigga out there. It just, nigga, you better have that mindset that you willing to kill anybody. Nigga, I mean to a point where you willing to kill a family member. Like, seriously. That's how fucked up the streets is. So, just being real. So when you see a lot of these niggas, like these young niggas, and niggas be like, yo, they beef with their own family members and shit. Nigga, it wasn't no different when I was in the streets. The only difference was that if my cousin was over there fucking with them niggas, I got a pass. Or some shit happened, I may could have squashed it. But sometimes shit gets so fucked up. Give a fuck. I don't give a fuck my family over there. It ain't nothing I can stop. I can't stop my niggas from doing some shit. When certain shit got crossed lines from over there. You get what I mean? So, and it's vice versa. Like, it was shit that My cousin was like, yo, I tried to squash that shit because ain't nothing I can do. We going to war. He was like, but I ain't gonna touch you. And, you know, it was almost like that shit of like, if I'm there, ain't nobody touching my peoples. Not on my side. But if they caught my people slipping, it wasn't nothing I can do about that. So when motherfuckers be talking about a lot of this shit with shit in Chicago, it wasn't no different back in the day in Baltimore, yo. It was just a little different. It wasn't no different, nigga. I had cousins that got killed that I grew up with that got murdered from niggas I knew. So, like, it ain't, and I don't hold no grudges against them niggas. That's street shit. Everybody know what comes with street shit. But ain't nobody, look, ain't none of my niggas kill my nigga, my family under, or hurt my family under my watch. Like if I was there or I, you know what I mean? A lot of my family got passes because of me. And I got passes because of my cousins and family members. Like, yo, that shit ain't, like a lot of shit people be like, oh, this shit is crazy. It's not that crazy, bro. I told you, my generation sparked this generation. These generations that y'all seeing. We sparked a lot of this shit. Like a lot of this shit is not that crazy to me. Like I ain't scared of these niggas because I was these niggas. We was the blueprint of a lot of this shit y'all see. We still had OGs. We still listened to our elders. That was the only difference. But a lot of the times we didn't. We did fucked up shit. We disregard our elders and all that shit. And ran off and did fuck shit. You know what I mean? Tell our elders, no, we ain't gonna do that. And then turn right around and do it. We kids, yo. We young. We ignorant as fuck. We in the streets, bro. That's what the streets do to you. It make you ignorant. It make you lose all respect of shit. So my point is to the people that ain't from the streets and shit, stop talking about it. You can't speak about them kids in Chicago or any hood like that if you ain't from it. You don't know what the fuck they thinking or what they talking about or what's going on in their life. You have no fucking clue. You only watch TV. You watch shit on the internet to see the violent, the fucked up shit that's happening. You don't know what the fuck going on with them mentally. You don't know why they got in the game. You don't know what's going on. So stop speaking about it. You have no fucking clue. If you ain't gonna help it, you ain't gonna help these kids, stop talking about them. Stop disrespecting them. Stop talking down to them. You have no fucking clue. And if niggas that come from that, you shouldn't be talking down to them niggas anyway. You know what that shit, you know what that life is. And just because you made it out, nigga, you ain't better than them. You just got lucky. Fuck out of here. I'm sick of motherfuckers, man. Let's move on. But don't get me wrong. You niggas in the hood don't fuck shit. I'm not giving you niggas passes. I'm just saying we ain't got to tear y'all down. And y'all still doing fuck shit. You killing your own people. You harming your own. You fucking the community up. Fuck out of here. You don't get no pass from me, but I'm not going to shit on y'all. Every chance I get, trying to keep blaming y'all for how shit fucked up. No, I know why a lot of they fucked up. I know why the country fucked up, and it ain't got nothing to do with niggas in Chicago. I tell you that shit. But anyway, let's move on.
With violence on, causing division because you angry, trying to be accepted no different than a gang crime. When you got them little boys in Chicago or any other city taking each other out over what? Just because you look different, you say.
Commercial people.
Making precise investment moves means asking the
each other out over what? Just because you look different, you say.
Now, I believe that I have a unique perspective when it comes to this situation because I am so heavily involved in politics. Bitch, Tasha K in that rant sounds just like Republicans bringing up Chicago, black on black crime. Somebody let me know, when did an FBA member hang anybody from the immigrant community? When did somebody from the FBA movement implement policy that oppresses anybody from the immigrant community? When did an FBA do any of that? Tasha K.
Like, first of all, you don't even see a movement like that. Like, these motherfuckers still live amongst us. I'm telling y'all, listen, I'm telling you why some of them are upset. They are upset because the white supremacists is coming after them after some of their people voted for this type of shit. And they trying to blame black people because this is the easiest thing to do, is to blame the black Americans. Like, we voted for this shit to happen to y'all. It's bullshit, bro. And then when black people say, okay, it's done in half of y'all people, we done. Y'all on y'all own. And then now some of them, and maybe a lot of them, are upset at black people, black Americans now, that we won't step up and get in the streets. For what? Our people getting hung. Listen, we got young folks getting hung, people. Black Americans getting hung in trees. And these motherfuckers sitting there acting like we ain't got nothing to worry about. We just over here just totally just chilling. No, nigga. No little wells just drowned. Nobody know what the fuck happened. Nah, nigga. Nah, listen. Hey, I'm going to tell all the immigrant community, and this as a whole, I don't give a fuck if you ain't with these, some of your people saying some of the shit that they say. We got our own shit we got to deal with. We got young men, women, and children getting hung. Literally. And they just covering it up. Nolan Wells, the same shit, they just covering it up. The fucking sheriff came out soon they found this body and said it was accidental. And now this motherfucker, now they're investigating because the parents went to go get Ben Crump. But I thought that, and mind this was before the autopsy, but the sheriff came out and said it was accidental drowning. And then motherfuckers acting like black people supposed to chill. Nah, nigga, no. Something wrong with that. We don't like that. No, that don't sound right. Nah. And let me just tell you something about a black person that grow up around white people. They learn how to swim. Fuck out of here. They just don't drown like that, people. They don't just drown like that. When black people grow up around white people, they learn how to swim. And he knew how to swim. The fuck out of here. Fuck all that. We got our own shit we dealing with. Motherfuckers want to sit there and act like we got to be out here marching and shit because ICE is out this bitch running the muck. Y'all, half of y'all people voted for it. So let me just say this to all the immigrants that didn't vote for it. The other half, right? Check your people. Don't check us. Get y'all ass out there. Matter of fact, all your immigrants should just get together and maybe start a movement. Get together. Remember they said some shit about the Haitians? What do you think Trump wanted? He was coming for them. What the fuck was y'all thinking about? Now the white people out there talking, out there in Ohio talking about, I can't believe Trump. Y'all voted for this shit. Now you upset that he's gathering up the fucking Haitians that helped y'all motherfucking y'all county or whatever. But it was damn near half of y'all more, y'all. Talking about these people who was eating cats and dogs. You was lying on them. You was being racist. Now y'all shit all fucked up. Check your people. Stop trying to check black Americans. We got nothing to do with this bullshit. And then the coons that do that, it ain't a lot of them. That little 18-something% of them, fuck them niggas. We don't fuck with them. And they know it. But like I said, karma will hit they bitch asses too. But it ain't the majority of black Americans rocking with Donald Trump and this white supremacy bullshit in this country. That's token Negroes. It's a very small percentage. It ain't a big percentage. We don't fuck with Trump. We don't fuck with white supremacy and racism. That's why I told black people to be militant. And don't forget what a lot of these coons did. Because, listen, that Trump train is getting ready to run out soon. And them niggas going to try to come sliding back over here. And them racist-ass white people. The ones that pretended they wasn't racist. Let's move on.
Anybody from the immigrant community, when did an FBA do any of that?
Hold up, and let me say this too. The one thing I can't stand about sellout coon niggas is that, because I know type of games, the Stephen A. Smiths of the world, them type of niggas. The times are different, right? So white supremacy is winning. They going ham right now. And you don't want to stand, you don't want to fight against it because of the bag. Or whatever it is, you want to still want to look into the door or go into them doors. And then watch niggas like Stephen A. Let's just say the Democrats take over, the shit start getting better, right? Shit started to change, right? Trump, that movement out. Watch how Stephen A. Smith start trying to drift his ass back up over here. Start speaking on some bro black shit. And that shouldn't, listen, and I want everybody to hear what I'm saying. That'll let you know this nigga, if you don't believe me that he's a phony motherfucker and he a drifter, watch when the Democrats take over again. If they take over. Watch what happened. Watch how this nigga start drifting. Listen, I said this shit years ago and I've been saying it for years. It's easy to do wrong. And to throw on top of that, you can make money doing wrong shit. Being on the wrong side of shit. Doing evil, doing bad. You can make a lot of money. But to do right, to be righteous, and stand on something, and shit like that, man, people don't want to hear that shit. People don't like motherfuckers like that. They don't like people that do good. The bad people do not like that. Even the people that pretend that they're not bad people, right? They want to play both sides when they want to play it, when it benefits them. They don't like good shit. They don't like good shit. They think, listen, you can do a lot of good shit in this world. You will get a bunch of motherfuckers that will nitpick everything. You notice that prime example, you know that Michael Jackson has gave back more than anybody that was in his status. Motherfuckers talk about Bill Gates and all that shit. Yo, they benefited from it. When Michael gave back, this is why I don't let nobody shit on Michael. I don't give a fuck who you are. You ain't shitting on Michael. When Michael gave back, he didn't benefit from it. He literally gave billions of dollars away. Millions and billions of dollars away. We not playing those games when it comes to Michael. That's why motherfuckers like me, we don't play that shit when it comes to Michael. Ain't nobody shitting on Michael, nigga. We know what Michael tried to do for the world. Motherfuckers got mad at Michael because Michael was, he changed his face. He tried to look white and all that other shit. Listen, that man got burnt up. Listen, he may have an identity crisis type of shit like that, but Mike, you listen to Mike music, he never stopped talking about like he wasn't black, nigga. He never talked like he wasn't not black. Go listen to the music, nigga. And you can't hate on Mike because Mike loved the world. He didn't give a fuck what color you was, but he understood racism exists. But he kept trying to push that movement of helping everybody. Mike was intelligent. He wasn't this low-level motherfucker entertainer like that. Like he was very highly intelligent. This nigga was rich young. He was a star and famous when he was young. So this nigga been in the listen, Michael Jackson been more famous than he wasn't. 10 times famous longer than he was ever when he wasn't famous. Michael Jackson been famous since he was 9 years old, bro. God rest Mike's soul. Fuck out of here. You ain't talking bad about Mike. But that's how I said. All the good shit that Mike did, they never talk about that shit. They don't always bring up these allegations of motherfuckers talking about these people lied on talking about he was touching kids and shit. Get the fuck out of here, bro. The biggest mistake Mike made was when he settled the first time. And that shit still sticks with him. As far as his legacy. That's the only reason people keep bringing that dumbass shit up. Yeah, he different, nigga. He was a different nigga. He was different. He was bigger than the world. He was bigger than this world. I keep saying that. It's certain motherfuckers that's bigger than this world. They put here for a reason. You can tell. You go look at Mike when he was a kid. When you go back and look at that shit, you can tell that nigga was different. He was different. God sent him in for a reason. You motherfuckers, y'all don't get it. Y'all be trying to just nitpick. Oh, he was different. Look what he was wearing. He tried to look white. Okay. But Mike ain't never denied his blackness. Ever. This nigga made movement songs. He made shit that still lasts to this day. Like I told you, just listen to Man in the Mirror. That shit'll make you cry. I don't give a fuck who you are. You can be the thuggest motherfucker from the hood. You know Mike when he made what was it? Bad? I think that was Bad. Was it the Bad video? No, Beat It. I think it was Beat It. Yeah, Beat It. Yeah. Nigga, he went to LA where the gangs were. They was gang members. All them niggas that was in them videos y'all seen, they was gang members. They weren't professional dancers, nigga. They was gang members. He was trying to stop the Crip and Blood shit. He was in the hood in the night. And niggas was, y'all motherfuckers, man, listen, man. Like I told you, they won't talk about the good that Mike did or people that do good. They won't talk about that shit. They want to just focus on the negative. That's why, like, a lot of times I don't even like being around people that's always bitching and complaining about shit and you ain't doing shit but bitching and complaining. Fuck out of here, bro. You get stuck in this space of being negative. That's all you gonna talk about is negative shit. You can talk about shit that's fucked up, but somehow you gotta bring some positive to some shit. Everything ain't all bad, man. Let's move on. What's going on here? Oh, my shit acting up, people. My bad.
Is somebody from the FBA movement implement policy that oppresses anybody from the immigrant community? When did an FBA do any of that? Tasha K talked about ignorance in her little rant. But clearly, in my opinion, Tasha K is ignorant to what the FBA movement is about. In that rant, Tasha K mentioned some brothers. I don't know much about those brothers. The only two that I know are Tariq Nasheed and Dr. Umar Johnson. And I'm no follower of Tariq Nasheed or Dr. Umar Johnson because I don't stand for what they stand for. By definition.
And listen, and let me say this, she's not wrong about that. Cause I actually literally I think she's being facetious a little bit, but she know who they are. But listen, I love Taniq Sheeb and Dr. Umar. I got love for them. I understand what they're trying to do, right? But I can't think like that. Because if I think like that, I'm a different type of person. So I can't think like that. Or some of the shit that, I'm not all of it, but some of the shit that they talk about. Like, I'm not agreeing with all that shit. But I'll respect those brothers. Like, you get what I mean? I'm in line with them on us. I'm on code. But I ain't gonna agree with all that shit. But I understand where they coming from. That's the crazy part about it. Like, just because I don't agree with something doesn't mean I don't understand where the person is coming from. Like, I get it. I'm not closed-minded like that. Even if I disagree with it, I'm not closed-minded. So I understand why they saying or moving the way they doing, in a way, right? But I don't agree with all the shit they talk about. I don't stand for some of that shit that they say. But they, like I said, they do more good than they do harm. That's how I look at it. So I outweigh the shit. They do way more good than they do bad. So, like I said, if you do more good than bad, then okay, I get it. I'm still gonna rock with you a little bit. Right? But if you're doing more bad than good, nah, I'm not cool with that. I will turn on you. Not even turn on you. I won't fuck with you. But anyway, let's move on. Shout out to my brother Game in the building. Hold up. Shout out to my brother LT in the building. He said, yeah. It's always a problem when we do some shit. Shout out to my brother Game in the building. Yeah, listen, man. I've been saying that. I get tired of negativity, man. Like, listen, the country's so fucked up. Life is already stressful. Life is already kind of negative. Like, you get what I mean? Like, I don't want to live in negative, bro. I want to do some shit that make me happy. I'm too old to be trying to live in negative all the time. I just don't want to do that. Like, honestly, shit already so fucked up. I don't want to live in, like, I don't want to be every day in negative, thinking negative all the time. Gotta do some shit good. Yeah, man. Like I I ain't got time for that shit, man. Like shit, life is already too hard, bro. Life already fucked up. Life already brings stress. Just life, just living. You know what I mean? Like the really shit Pac said, like nigga, we already here. We already in hell. Earth is hell. You know what I mean? Because you notice when people die, nigga, like nobody talked about people when they died. Like, you know what I mean? Too much. People move on with their life because you know why you gotta move on? Because it's still fucked up shit. Because this is Earth. This is life. Life is all fucked up. You know, fuck how rich you are or how poor you are. Life is just fucked up. Like I said, you just gotta find some type of peace in this shit. That's all it is. You gotta just like I always try to try to find peace. Life is just so fucking stressful and a lot of fuck shit happening, man. Like every day you turn on the news, somebody dying, somebody getting killed, some fucking crazy shit happened, mass shooting. Like it's just all types of crazy shit. Every day. It ain't a day, especially in technology now. Now you it's an everyday thing. Like back in the day, you watch the news, you're like, yeah, this shit fucked up. But you can turn off the news. You ain't gotta keep watching the news. Now, it don't matter. Social media is so big. Nigga, all the fucked up shit you hear every day. There's always something happening. Which it was always probably like that anyway. But now it's like, so everybody be thinking like shit is crazier than it used to be. It's actually not. It's actually the same. It's just we have access to the evil shit more. That's all. We can't kind of turn off the evil. You know? So, anyway, let's move on.
Umar Johnson, and I'm no follower of Tariq Nasheed or Dr. Umar Johnson because I don't stand for what they stand for. By definition, I am clear that I am a foundational Black American. I don't 100% follow the movement. I most certainly don't follow the Tariq Nasheeds or the other people that she mentioned. I don't follow none of those people. I personally identify as a Black American. But with that said, I understand.
But I keep telling people when you start movements, that's why I don't like that Tariq Nasheed and Dr. Umar. They the same people. They just they think different. They want to do different shit. Right? That movement supposed to come together. That's not the same movement. It's a splinter cell of a movement, right? So that's why you see them, they was arguing, they beefing with each other. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, and that's what I don't like. And that's why I don't, like, I'm not, like, I ain't a part of that evil movement in that way, right? I'm a part of our people. Like, this is our shit. Like, you know what I mean? Don't know 1, 2, 3 motherfuckers tell a whole movement that how we should be moving. Those days are over with. Like, honestly, you can't reach people like that. Like, honestly, you can't, how can I put this? We can't be on the same page with that shit. Like you get what I mean? Like, it's okay to have different parts of a movement, but as long as we got that one accord, it's about us, right? But when you got motherfuckers beefing because they think different, they doing this, let them do that over there. But when it's time to come together, come together. It's like getting on code. Everybody could, just because a motherfucker on this part of a movement is not doing what that movement doing, doesn't mean that we're not on code. And I think that's the problem with the FBA movement. With every movement we had. And like I said, it's usually, listen, I'm not trying to call these brothers insecure men and But it's an ego thing. It's an ego thing. And that's the problem. That's the problem. But like I said, at the end of the day, I got respect for both of the brothers and other brothers and sisters in the movement. Because it ain't just brothers and sisters too. You know, I respect the movement. I just don't have to agree with everything. But I'm FBA, like Foundation Black America. I'm with that. It does, and then it doesn't mean that we don't care about our African brothers and sisters and other brothers and sisters, you know, from other different continents from around the world. It's just that, nigga, we just want to focus on us right now. That's it. And if you can't respect that, then I don't know what to tell you. We've been looking out for everybody for over 100 and something years. Like, you get what I mean? And we ain't been really looking out for ourselves like we supposed to. Every movement we have had, every policy that we help push to help us, it always benefited others. I think it's just a time for us to focus on us. And there's something wrong with that. That don't mean that if I thought that, I think if a lot of Black Americans got good feedback from other minority groups and shit like that, and our other brothers and sisters that said, we get it, we appreciate it. And it was a big majority of them that was like, we get it, we behind y'all. If y'all need us, we still gonna rock. You know, we got y'all. But we get right now, y'all kind of want to be a little selfish. I think we probably wouldn't be this tension. I think you probably would still see a lot of our Black people get out there and ride. But we understand the times in this country too. If Black Americans, we get out there and we start protesting and shit, this shit can get very ugly, not just for us, but for y'all. Oh, that's all Trump is waiting on us. These white supremacists, they waiting on us to go out there in droves and start marching and shit. They waiting on that. But we smart enough. We know the game. Just listen to us right now. The Black Americans, we telling y'all what's going on and what's popping. Just stay low. Chill out. We're going to get this shit back, but we got to chill. Black Americans can't wild out. We can't do what y'all asking us to do right now that we would normally do. We can't do that. We understand right now the racists got the power right now. We got to chill. We know what's going on. Are we coming? Are we coming back for their ass? Oh, believe me, all the fucked up shit that they doing, these racist ass white folks, even the ones that try to pretend that they ain't racist, we got something for that ass. Oh, yeah. Get all your little giggles out and get all your little bullshit out. It's fine. We gonna get y'all back. We gonna get y'all back for the shit that y'all did. It's trying to set us back. Trying to take away our power and shit that we done built for generations. Try to take our shit? Okay, we got y'all. We're shit deeper than what a lot of these motherfuckers, minority groups be thinking. You thinking Black people, we ain't strategizing. We strategizing. We know what's going on, Black Americans. We know what's going on.
These are the other people that she mentioned. I don't follow none of those people. I personally identify as a Black American. But with that said, I understand what the FBA movement is about. The movement. Those other people she mentioned, I don't know anything else about them. But the movement, I understand what they are saying. I understand what their purpose is and what the goals are that they're trying to achieve. Tasha K clearly is ignorant to that. She's salty that people have called her husband an African booty scratcher. Yeah.
And let me say this to even some of the so-called Black Americans and shit that says a lot of fucked up shit that they say about others and shit. Yo, them niggas are ignorant, man. And they could be ignorant, and they could just be angry. You know? So you gotta look at it like that, man. Like, we always had movements. Right? That it wasn't just for us, it was for everybody. Right? So you got some black people, black Americans, like, man, fuck everybody, man. You know, and you can't, like, it's understandable, but I don't agree with it, but it's understandable. I get it. While someone might say some of the fucked up shit that said Tasha K and her husband and shit, like, I wouldn't say that. You know what I mean? I don't know her husband to be the disrespect Black American, so I wouldn't do that. Just because he's African. Like, I look at that shit as like some ignorant shit from certain Black Americans, or it's just anger, frustration. It's like being sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like, you get what I mean? It's some type of anger there, where it's not necessarily saying fuck all Africans, but it's like, man, fuck them. Right? Because you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired. But that don't mean that I put it this way, all Black Americans, just because they so-called conscious, doesn't mean that they're totally morally in tuned, if that makes any sense. Right? Like, they're not. These motherfuckers just, you got some people just follow movements because they've been feeling lost. So you get people in movements and shit where they see all types of crazy fucked up shit. And then, like I said, you have Tanina Sheep saying certain shit and getting these type of people riled up. You get what I mean? From some of the shit that he says, and Dr. Umar, like, you get what I mean? Where, like, that shit ain't cool, a lot of shit that they say about African brothers and sisters and African immigrants and shit like that. Even a lot of the immigrants. But if you didn't listen to them or understand where they come from, of course people would be offended by that. I ain't offended by it. I just don't fuck with it. Right? I'm like, nah, I don't agree with that bullshit. Dr. Umar saying, or Tanita Sheep and some of the FBAs. Like, I don't gotta agree with that shit, but that don't mean that what they're saying is wrong, right? It's harmful, but it ain't wrong. It's not wrong. I don't like grouping. I like that group, like people grouping people saying that's how all they are. Like, that's the shit I have a problem with. If you say something, I get that. I can stand on business with that. But if you start grouping people, grouping a race of people, or grouping a culture of people that they all think like that, then that's where you lose me. But anyway, because I don't want to be judged like that. So, but let's move on.
An African booty scratcher in grade school. Yeah. So she's salty about that. And them, some FBA telling her that she can't be a part of the movement because she's married to an African man. Yeah, she has a right to be salty about it. But to be ignorant about the movement.
Listen, let me just say this. It ain't got nothing to do. I say she ain't a part of it. It's not because of she married an African brother. She can't be a part of the movement is because of the fact she is the part of the stereotype that white supremacists use to degrade us. She literally does it. She literally does a lot of the white supremacy shit of how they judge us. Look how she acts. Look at this shit she talks about. This ain't got nothing to do with her. For me, it doesn't. Listen, let me just say this. I didn't even know Tasha K, because I don't watch her like that. I don't, like, you know what I mean? I ain't that deep into her life like that. I don't really give a fuck. I just look at how she behaved. Right? And shit she says. I didn't know her husband was African. Didn't know it. And don't care. That's not the reason that I don't have respect for it. It got nothing to do with her husband being African. Got nothing to do with it. And it got nothing to do with why she can't be a part of the movement. It doesn't have anything to do with her husband. She married to an African. That ain't got the reason I feel like she can't be a part of the movement. She literally every day make money off of stereotypes of black people. She literally does that. She literally acts out. You see how ghetto she acts? Ignorant, not even just ghetto, just ignorant. Say ignorant shit, getting all black people business, gossip. Like, nah. And the whole time she's doing that, white people are sitting back watching her ignorant ass make money off of this shit. And say, yeah, that's how they act. That's how all the black people act. So that's the reason why we got to treat them all that way. Because some people like Tasha K present black people to be this way. I'm not saying we got to change our culture in a way to give a fuck about what white racists talking about, but you don't give them ammunition. And then you act this way, then you turn around and disrespect your people. Like, that shit is like, it's hypocritical. You brought up Chicago for what? Because some certain motherfuckers in the chat said some ignorant shit that you don't know if they were fully FBAs, they could have been pretending, or if they were certain FBA people, and all black people don't agree with that shit. All FBAs don't agree with that. But you took that shit and you did what white supremacists always do, and you grouped all black people that way, black Americans that way, FBAs that way. That's the problem. That's the problem. But let's move on.
And then trying to speak on the movement, that's a no-go for me. And then you're speaking on the movement through the lens of Republicans, white supremacists, you using their talking points. Yeah, Tasha, you should have just stayed out of it. Well, with that said, yeah, I didn't.
She shouldn't have just stayed out of it. She shouldn't have said nothing. It was in her chat that got her fired up. Like, I bring it back once again. She's too grown for that shit. You let a chat turn you up, a person in your chat turn you up like that to disrespect your people? Some people in the chat? And you ain't 100% that they FBAs or not? You couldn't have knew that. I know you ain't researched that, investigated that. Get the fuck out of here. Even if you did, that's a few people. That ain't all FBAs. That ain't all Black Americans. So why would you say the shit you say and group all Black Americans like that? That's what I'm saying. Like, it comes to a point of that's why she's got the backlash she get. Like, some of these people, they don't really understand. Like, grow the fuck up. You too grown. I understand social media. I get it. Understand you see shit in the chat and it may fire you up. But you grown. I ain't saying we don't make mistakes. I'm just saying, I don't know how you made this mistake. That's why I said, excuse me, her apologizing for what? What are you apologizing for? You the ignorant one. Yeah, it was a few people in your chat said some ignorant shit. But you wound up being the one that was the most ignorant. Let's move on.
The chance to speak on it when it was going down, and already Tasha has come back to apologize, and I'm gathering it's because the word on the curb is that she lost over 30,000 followers, and she had a whole bunch of people coming at her neck. Like this caller right here into one of her live shows. She did a live discussion talking about it, and this caller called in and had this to say to Tasha K.
Band-Aid brand Pro Heal. Wear for 5 days for less scarring.
And had this to say to Tasha K.
Y'all, by the look on her face, she is very aware of that Akata term. She has likely heard her Nigerian husband's family refer to her as such.
Now, what I won't do, I appreciate everybody, but what you're not going to do, and as far as African, they have pejorative terms for us as a group. We have been known as an Akata, a Jank, a Yankee, all these things, and that has been over the years, even in the 60s, 70s, and before that.
Yep.
A person who ran a process.
Listen, the sister not lying. The problem is when you're not educated in that. Tasha K don't know that. She don't know that. She don't know the history. This bitch been, I mean, you can just say this bitch just been trying to live ghetto fabulous, I guess. She don't give a fuck about Black history. She don't even give a fuck about the history between Black Americans and Black immigrants. She don't know. That's why listen, that ain't the only, listen. This woman don't know shit. All this woman does is gossip and make money off of Black people shit that they did bad. She doesn't talk about nothing positive. Her channel is nothing positive. It's about gossiping. It's about talking about what some Black entertainer or Black person did that was wrong. This bitch wanted to be the new Wendy Williams. That's all that is. Like I told you, man, listen, I never respected Wendy Williams. So why would I respect this bitch? Like, you talking about grown-ass people that should know better, should be more educated about the history of this country, of how we are perceived, and how we need to move and act. But, you know, she don't give a fuck about that, because she getting a bag. And that goes with a lot of these coon-ass niggas. That's all they care about. And then try to sit there like they really a journalist and they really investigate, they really do their research. You research to harm people. You're not researching to educate yourself or to present shit to educate your viewers. But, you know, like I said, to each his own, man. But like I said, on a moral level, a lot of these people can't even sit down at the same table with me. I don't even want them in my space, man. Don't even speak to me. Don't say nothing. These people are horrible individuals. We've been through shit in this country as black people, and we know this shit. And then you still got somehow people, you know this is what happened to us, and you still push the stereotypes. Help push the stereotypes. Acting like you too ignorant about it. Or you know what? You making money about it. Your family eating. So that's all that matters. You and your family, right? What about the other families? What about the niggas that she was just talking about, the brothers that was in, the young brothers in the hood shooting and killing each other? What you do for them? You want to tell everybody else what they should be doing for the young black youth in Chicago. What the fuck you do? You don't do shit on no level. You don't even represent our people. You represent, first of all, Tasha K represents some of the most ignorant shit of our community. Right? Let's just be real. But then the bitch turned around and started talking about, oh, they shooting and killing the other ignorant shit in our community that black brothers and sisters do in the community that harms the community, gang banging. She's acting like she's somewhat better than that. You make money off of talking about black pain and talking gospel and disrespecting your own people and stereotyping us. And just because you don't know that doesn't mean it ain't true. You just ignorant to it because you don't know no better, but you think you better. Do you better than niggas in Chicago that you were talking about trying to throw up in the black American like you ain't black? The fuck out of here. And the reason you did that, because you probably was hanging around this African nigga and he probably was telling you some of this ignorant shit that you said out your mouth. I'm not saying this brother was on that type of time, but it's possible. You don't, listen, people, you don't flip out on your people like that over no fucking shit like this. Because somebody in the chat says some shit. You don't flip on your whole people and group your whole people as in and try to pretend like you so much better. Like, that's coon shit. Bitch, and like I said, her whole gimmick, her whole thing that she does is gossiping about black people and black pain. That's what she does. And she make money off of it. But then act like she better than them niggas in Chicago. That shit crazy, man. I don't understand these people. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, people, I'm back. Yeah, man, you can't talk about Chicago when you ain't no better than them niggas in Chicago that shoot and kill people. You not, because all you do is tear down your people. You ain't no better. I keep telling these sellout coons. I don't know why y'all think y'all better than niggas that's in the hood shooting and killing each other or hurting each other. Like, I don't know why you think you better than them. You are putting targets on black people back with your coonery. Because there's good black folks out here that ain't doing none of that shit, and you get these racist and bigot ass motherfuckers targeting good people. Because they're not going to the hood and fuck with them unless they police. None of these racist ass motherfuckers is going to the hood. I keep trying to tell you, see, let's move on. Let's move on.
Today and anchor themselves here by the 14th Amendment that was meant for the babies of slaves is not the same. That is a melanated immigrant. Everybody originated from Africa. Let's understand that, including white people. But if it's divisive for some FBA to label their lineage, then it's just as divisive when nobody says anything about, oh, they're Bahamian American or they're Caribbean American. It's not the same thing. There is a difference. We all were enslaved, but there is a difference from us and a boat stop. And that's only offensive because we're telling the truth. For years, a lot of these people, not all, because I don't classify.
Listen, and let me just say, it is a difference. What this is trying to say, and what she is saying, it is a difference from black Americans than other, because they have a, listen, I just make it very clear and simple for people. Black Americans, yes, our ancestry comes from Africa. We all come from Africa, right? Even these racist ass white people, they want to pretend that they don't come from Africa. All that European shit is Africa. They stole it all. But anyway, right? We ain't got to get that deep in it. The difference between black Americans is that from everybody else, when we got here, they stole our culture. They stripped it of the African culture that we all come from Africa, black Americans, that all of us come from. But the black Americans, they stripped it. They took it away. They beat it out of us. They raped it out of us. They humiliated us. They did all types of fucking cruel shit to us. Shit, even to the point where some of our black people that got free wound up turning into owning black slaves. Like, that's how fucked up we were. Listen, even Christianity in this country, black people are Christians. That's not our religion. It's really not. That's some shit that they use to control us. And so many other different things they did. So, listen, yes, our shit is different, bro. We are different. That's why the only culture in this whole entire country, this whole entire world, that created a whole fucking culture. We the only culture that created a culture in this country. Everybody else stole shit. We had to create a culture. We had to create a culture. We had to build a culture. We literally did that. So yes, we are different. Black Americans, we are different. I'm sorry that may offend people, hurt people's feelings. I just don't know what to tell you. But yes, we are different from y'all. And we all okay with that. And see, the problem is now is that Y'all are upset now that we are okay with that. See, for the last hundreds of years, we've been helping each other and we all been one, brothers and sisters and all. Okay, cool. But we are comfortable. We are okay. We created a culture and we are not going to allow you to steal it. We're not going to allow you to lie. And that goes for you racist ass white folks. America is not America without black Americans. You don't have a culture in this country. If you want to have a culture, you know what your culture is? If you do have a culture, is racism. That's all you got. But every other country has that. So you're not special. You didn't create a fucking culture. You didn't create a fucking whole land of United States. You didn't create shit. You stole everything. You didn't create shit. You stole. Even your Constitution, you didn't create it. That shit wasn't no different than where the fuck y'all got banned from and came here and stole. It was the same structure that was over in the European countries. That was happening worldwide. You didn't create shit. You didn't create shit. If you would have created something, you know what you would have did? We'd have came over and treated everybody equal. Let's create a country with the Native Americans and the black people that was here. Or then you wanted the Africans to come in and then pay them. You didn't do that. You enslaved us. So you don't have no culture. You stole everything. Even to this, in 2026, all the white people, I'm gonna fuck you go to bed. You don't have no culture. You stole everything that you even think it's a culture of yours. This American culture. You don't have it. You stole it. Everything about y'all is stolen in this country. You stole everything. And that's what bothers a lot of y'all. The fuck out of here. Yes, black Americans, we are different. We created y'all stripped us. Yeah, we had some culture that came from Africa. You're talking about generations and generations of they literally stripped us. Literally stripped us. Beat it out of us. No, you can't have no African culture. You live by our rules. You do what we tell you to do. Nigga, we ain't even know English. Never give us credit. Electricity, we created it. Like, we created a lot of shit in this country. They don't never give us props because they stole it. They stole everything from black Americans. Everything. Everything that this country is, they stole everything. They didn't create shit. So you goddamn right. Black people like me, you owe us. I don't give a fuck about them sellout coons. Talking about we don't get reparations. Fuck you. Oh, well, we didn't own y'all and all that other shit. Fuck you. You still benefited off of it. You benefited off my ancestors, so why can't I? Fuck out of here. These motherfucking white people, and I don't give a fuck if they good or bad, or any of you immigrants. You all benefited off my ancestors' enslavement. You all have. So for anybody to say that black Americans don't deserve reparations, you can suck my dick and suck our dick. You won't give a fuck. Fuck you talking about? You motherfuckers ain't shit. Ain't none of y'all shit in this country without black Americans. I stand on that. I don't give a fuck you good or bad. You motherfuckers ain't shit. I got some shit that I want my black people to uplift themselves. You don't ever get down on these, let them turn us down, act like we ain't shit. Nigga, we worth billions. The money we spend in this fucking country, entrepreneurship, the shit that black people that we do in this motherfucking country. Talking about, oh, we don't uplift our people. Yeah, we do. The problem is we should have way more than that. The problem is they want to, just like they do their own people, they make sure they can't grow. And we still got some ignorant niggas that don't know no better. So they still get caught up in this dumb shit with this fucking American dream bullshit. There's no such thing. There's no such thing, black folks. American dream. Yeah, all right, cool. Nigga, it's no such thing. Listen, I'll put it this way. I can't speak for all black people. But I tell you this, ain't no such thing American dream for black people. And if I still see black people still out there on the street and white people or any other race still out there poor in this country, ain't no such thing as an American dream. No such thing. We supposed to be the best in this whole thing. We the greatest country in the world. How? How? It shouldn't be no poor people in this country. It should be 0.1 of poor people in this country. And I'm talking about literally homeless people. I ain't talking about people that's fighting, they fighting, to make it day to day. I'm not talking about that, paycheck to paycheck. I'm talking about that. I'm talking about is literally homeless people. We got a lot of homeless people in this country, and these motherfuckers sitting there talking about, we the greatest country in the world. Get the fuck out of here. There should be 0.1 of homeless people in this country, but it ain't. It's all a lie. Remember, I'm not saying Castro he did everything right, but I'm just telling you, one motherfucker, do your history on Castro. They got mad at Castro because he gave a fuck about people that was my complexion and darker, and said he was being racist to the light motherfuckers. But the light motherfuckers was in control, and they was discriminating against people that look like Castro and me and darker. So I need y'all to understand it. And they let America come in and use them to turn against our own people. So, come on, man. That was darker than the rest of them. They turned, man, come on, man. Let's move on.
You're sitting here classifying all FBA as the same. No, ma'am. All of us are not. But what they're not going to do is sit up here and disrespect us. And I hear you saying that some FBA can be disrespectful after this. I will admit it. But I haven't heard you once say, because you labeling all of us, that some of them call us a Jareer and a cotton picker, all these things. Let's be clear. Your boat stop, we all have a boat stop. That's damn true. That's very true. But you left your boat stop to come to this boat stop. We had an
And what she's saying is, and I said this shit plenty of times, but what the sister is saying is that, we didn't leave here. We still here. Regardless of all the fucked up shit you said fucked up in our community, we ain't left. We stayed. You don't hear about a lot of black Americans rolling over to Africa and on them countries because them niggas is coming over here. What the fuck we going over there for? Them niggas still living in third world countries. What the fuck we look like going over there? And only way we go over there if we got some money. We got some paper. We can buy some shit. That's about it. But ain't no motherfucker like me. Not a lot of us, I'll tell you that. Motherfuckers live how we live, right? We ain't living fucked up, but we shit ain't beautiful, you know what I mean? But we okay. Ain't no okay niggas moving over there. In none of them third world fucking countries. Africa is a third world country. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. You go to Haiti, third world country. You go over that bitch to visit. You go be a tourist or something. Like, get the fuck out of here. Ain't nobody going to listen. Certain motherfuckers, if they got heard this over there, they'll go. But ain't nobody going over that bitch, man. Please stop. The sister is saying we don't go over there. All these gang bangers you talking about, niggas is struggling here and all that. We ain't going over there. We here. And don't get that shit twisted. We talk about the gangs in America, the black gangs, right? They ain't got shit compared to what the fuck happens in Haiti, those gangs over there. It ain't even gangs, nigga. That's the government. African government, all of them, they got tribes and shit over there, man, killing each other. What the fuck you talking about? Nobody talk about that, though. These niggas stay talking real fucked up shit about black Americans. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all ain't unified like that. Listen, let me explain something to y'all. It's more them over there in all those fucking African continents. Just in one continent, it is more black Americans here. Where they want to talk down about us. Don't get mad at us because we fought for some shit and y'all had a whole country and y'all don't do shit. You let the Chinese, the European, nigga, we never ran nothing. And we still don't. And we got all this shit, this progress happening over here that we have created, our ancestors has done. And y'all come over here and benefit off of it as well. And you want to talk down about us? Are you fucking crazy? Are you out your motherfucking mind? Go back to where the fuck your ancestors come from. The fuck are you talking about? I don't give a fuck if you're first or second or third generation. Black American, who the fuck are you? Go back that bitch. Go back there. And see how good that be. And it ain't nothing but your own people that look like you, got that same, you know what I mean? All that shit. That same culture, all that. And see how much that lasts over that bitch. And it's more y'all over there than it is us here. We about a good, 20, 30 million black Americans, maybe. We ain't counting the niggas in jail. The fuck out of here, bro. There's hundreds of millions of y'all, and y'all can't get it together over in y'all other countries, and then y'all come over here and talk shit about us. Even you motherfucking Mexicans and Puerto Ricans and Chinese people, suck my dick. You can't talk shit about black Americans. Y'all got a whole country over that bitch, and your own people oppress you. But you want to talk about Chicago gangs and all that shit and LA gangs. And yeah, they don't have no motherfucking power like that. Not in this country. Fuck out of here, bro. That's why I say I would never allow any of these people to talk down about black Americans. Or any of you coons. Any of you immigrants. Like, y'all the last motherfuckers to talk bad about us. Oh, you white supremacists, you already know, fuck all y'all. That's how we feel. You motherfuckers is irrelevant to us. Because we know y'all ain't shit. You want to kick all the immigrants out thinking black people going to be slaves to y'all. How that's working out for you? Y'all know why the jobs is going down? Everybody keep thinking it's just the AI shit. It's part of that. The other part is they thought that we black people was gonna get in them fields, do them immigrants jobs. That ain't happening. That's why all the farmers, white farmers, they losing their farm because they thought Trump promised them, oh, the inner city, the niggas, they gonna come work in them. We gonna get them to come work in the fields. Didn't happen. Didn't happen, and it won't happen. Fuck wrong with you? You ain't paying nigga shit, and a nigga can go in the corner and make $100, not even 5 minutes. Then you be like, oh, he's selling points. What? Hey, come on, man. The fuck out of here. Anyway, let's move on, y'all.
Genesis, we are different. If it's not wrong for someone to label themselves as Caribbean American and they left their boat stop or their parents came here and anchored them here with that 14th Amendment, it's not your right.
There's only one Ozempic.
What was that?
Goddamn commercial, man.
Shop Boscov's back to school sale. Fall looks for girls, from fashion tees to trendy dresses, all 50% off.
Parents came here and anchored them here with that 14th Amendment, it's not your right.
I don't know who the woman is. I didn't watch the live show. I've just been seeing the clips. And when I came across that clip, I was like, that sister is saying it. She's speaking for me in that moment. And there it is right there. They left their boat stop to come to this boat stop. And when they get to this boat stop, they are very disrespectful of the people who have been here. Not only do they have their terms, their racist terms to describe us, the Akata, the cotton picker, the Yankee. Yeah, they have their terms.
And I need y'all to understand too. A lot of them are like that. They say shit and they act the way they act is because it's a percentage of them sometimes when they come over here, the white people set them up in certain neighborhoods and they're not necessarily amongst the blacks, right? And that's what all those different races of people. That's why you see the Chinese races and some of them and all of the different minority groups. But then you get the ones the majority of them that they put in our communities. And let me just be real about this. Yes, it is going to be some black Americans that's going to feel a way about that shit. Because how the fuck you come over here and get benefits that we gotta scratch and fight for to get our people to put work for and we still can't get it. But y'all can get it. Like I have seen, you remember when welfare was like this for black folks? A man couldn't be in the household. Excuse me. And we couldn't be in the household. So we couldn't get them and it's still like that to this day. That's the crazy shit about it. Where our women can't get those benefits and our black children can't get those benefits because if the black man is there, that means you got way more income. But a whole fucking family comes and they can get these type of benefits. With the man being in the house. He's with his family. Matter of fact, you probably get 3 or 4 families in a house. Right? Like, so some black people have seen that shit happen. I know I have. That don't mean I don't want them to come over, but my whole point is like, how the fuck they get that, and our people don't get that, and we've been here, and we ain't got reparations. Welfare is not reparations for black people. I just want to let y'all know that, and at the same time, welfare was never created for black people. They did not create that for us. That shit happened around what was that, with the Nazi shit, when we went over there and helped the Jews, and I don't understand why they so goddamn racist towards some of them, so racist to black Americans. Like, we came over to help y'all motherfuckers. So we don't gotta agree with Israel. Like, fuck wrong with y'all? We anti-Semitic. Get the fuck out of here, man. Bernie Sanders is a goddamn Jew, and he don't agree with Israel. Like, what the fuck wrong with y'all? Understand, people, if you don't know about politics and shit like that, people will group all that shit together and pretend that all that shit is the same. It's not. That's why I don't group all Jewish people together. That don't mean all Jewish people agree with what Israel is doing. It's just that I always put it this way, right? You don't believe what I'm saying? Why do Israel have a fucking pack where they can give money to our politicians to pass policies that help their country? There's no other country that has that. The Russians don't even have that. They don't have that. But the Jewish community do. Israel do. Half of these fucking people that said, oh, we stand with Israel and all that other shit, they ain't even from Israel. They from Germany. Let's be real. I said some of them, but a lot of them that don't fuck with Israel is the motherfuckers that actually from Germany. Just trying to tell y'all, man. And this shit is all about religion, right? Because there's no such thing as a race of people off of religion. It's no such thing like of, well, I'm black because I'm Christian. That's bullshit. It tells you like I'm black because I'm Christian, or I'm black because I'm Muslim. That's bullshit. All these different, like, even when they try to do the Muslim shit, that don't make you what? Like a different race? It doesn't. Even like they be talking about the Muslims and shit, that don't make them it doesn't make them a race, bro. They're not a race. All the ones that they Muslim, they're not a fucking race, bro. These motherfuckers are. Listen, let me just tell you something. It's a few people in this world that are just what they are. Now, you have to stereotype them in a certain type of way because of where they come from as far as a continent and as far as like religion. But all the Muslims that you're talking about, they ain't nothing but black people mixed with white people. In all those Muslim countries, that's all African. They all African continents. A lot of your fucking European countries, they all are African countries. It just is what it is. But I get that we gotta try to separate it, act like it's Christian, the Pope and all that other shit. Like, yo, that's not a different race, bro. It's a religion. It's a belief. They're not a different race. The Jewish community, they're not a different race, bro. They're not a different race because they're Jewish. They're not. Think about it. What's the race that Africans got? Because they call the country African. It's African. That's it. There's no religion there. No religion in fucking Africa. It's spiritual there. They spiritual people. They got tribes. That's it. And if you hear African people talking about Christianity and all that shit, that's because the country took it over by racist white people. That's some shit they created. Religion war. That's all it is. The fuck out of here, man. I'm sick of people trying to like pretend that like religion makes you a different race. It's not. It's a culture, you can say. That's why, as a black American, I don't hate all Africans or other minority groups. For what? Being black in this country is what? It's just a culture. But at the end of the day, all black Americans come from Africa. Like all the rest of us do. We all come from Africa, even the whites. The so-called Jews, all that shit. All that religion bullshit, that shit is all bullshit. They all come from Africa. Everybody comes from Africa. A lot of these countries is African countries. That's all it is. And they sit there and try to get us all fucked up. That's why we so divided, not even just in our country. We're divided in the world because everybody keep thinking, oh, I'm different because of the culture here. Your culture is something that racist white people created. They created some shit. You're from Ireland, you from Australia, whatever. That shit, all that's Africa. You all are in the African country. I understand how the world evolved and slavery and all that shit. I understand all that happened. But at the end of the day, you motherfuckers, y'all religion, all that shit, Christianity, all that shit is all bullshit. That's all bullshit. How is one country? Just think about it. How is one country is sitting there pretending that this is our race off of religion? Tell me how that makes sense to y'all. It doesn't make any sense. You cannot be, I'm Jewish, so I'm a whole nother different race. That's bullshit. It's a culture. Even religion is a culture. The Jewish people, y'all shit is just a culture. It got nothing to do with your different race. Like somehow you different from, like you understand what I'm saying? Like they different, like they not white Europeans or something, or they not mixed with black. Like you come from an African country. Listen, all you Jewish people that come from Israel, Germany, and around the world, you all are from Africa. Your native land, it's a lie. It's Africa. And you don't want to believe this for whatever reason, but understand, African people was here way before y'all. Now, I know y'all trying to figure out how did we take over and how we do all this other shit. It's a world. It's complicated. But y'all ain't no better than nobody, man, because of y'all race. I mean, I'm sorry, from y'all so-called race and y'all ideology. You ain't no better. If you're a religion, you're a Christian person, Catholic or Muslim, you ain't no better. Fuck out of here. Like, you not. Sorry to tell you that. You're a bunch of ignorant motherfuckers that roll around pretending that y'all better than everybody. Because your religion tell you that because it keeps you feeling like you safe. You ain't safe from the world. That's why you move around. That's why you live in certain neighborhoods. You stay amongst yourselves and shit like that. It goes for black people too. But I'm just saying, like, the world ain't safe. You can die from anything. Nobody cannot not die from life. You don't know how you gonna die. Everybody want to sit out here and pretend like they great people and shit like that. If you don't live that, and if you don't really live by shit, then you're gonna die the way how you live. It just is what it is. And like I said, life goes on without you. I really don't understand life. I really genuinely don't. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, people can put all the good in this world that we live in, but you know, everybody moves the fuck on from it. Give props here and there, but we all move on. You forget about people. That's why I said, listen, to be very honest with people, be honest with everybody. Listen, man. Let's just rip. As far as living, listen, of course nobody want to die. Right? Like, imagine when people die. Right? And like you hear people when they die, right? You be like, oh, they went to sleep and didn't wake up. Right. You kind of like they died peaceful. You're assuming that. Well, we don't know that. Like, we don't know what death is. When it's night, nigga, and it's time for us to go, nobody knows nothing. People die. And people sit around and that's what bothers me about society and the world is that people move around this bitch. And I understand culture and I get it. Right? But we move around this bitch and acting like people don't give a fuck about you when you die. They won't. Listen, you get a few care. Even the people that cared about you, they care about you in that moment or whatever. People may be hurt, but all the people that came to you to your funeral and all that shit, nigga, they done moved on. Because you know why? Because they still living life. That's what I say. You don't know what death is. You know what I mean? Only thing you know is like even being born, you don't know what being born is. Like, do you even? I always ask you, do you remember when you 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5? What your life was? What do you remember? You don't remember shit. That's why I said I never try to move around like I care about shit that people care about. It's irrelevant. People gonna die, bro. and you don't know where people gonna go. They gonna go hell or heaven. You can think they're evil. People kill people. I always tell people, I never, excuse me, I never think I'm better than anybody because not better, but like I ain't gonna say that. I don't never try to move like I think I'm better than people because I will kill a motherfucker over certain shit, right? But yo, you don't know where people gonna go, man. I just look at a lot of this shit in life, regardless if it's good or bad. I just let it, yo. Excuse me. If motherfuckers died it, it's just out time. Because you don't really know when, like, what it really is. You don't know why people live as long. Like, yo, you got people that did very harmful shit to others in this world that we live in. And they still live. And if you don't take them out yourself, sacrifice your life to kill people, like, you know what I mean? If you're not willing to do it. I always tell people it's a will. When you want to kill somebody, you gotta be willing to do that. You gotta be willing to kill people. You gotta be willing to do it. And if you ain't willing to do it, then I always tell people shut the fuck up. You ain't willing to kill nobody. Then shut up. Some people ain't built like that. I get that. There's a lot of motherfuckers that talk that shit too, and they ain't built like that. So that's what I be saying. Like, if you're not built to kill a motherfucker, then stop talking. Like, a lot of shit you see these people on the internet, like, they talk that shit. You know what I mean? But if you ain't willing to kill somebody and stand on that shit and feel good about it, killing a motherfucker, then I don't know what you talking about. Why you talking tough? Don't make no. Listen, if I kill a nigga and I know better who I am, if I kill a nigga, hey nigga, I'm not making no excuses for it. Yeah, I killed the motherfucker. I'll tell you why and everything. Nigga, like, back in the day, different. But now I know better. Right? So if I gotta take a motherfucking life, nigga, I'm telling you exactly why I did it. I don't give a fuck it's about the law. I don't care if they say, well, you ain't do about it. I don't care. I know why I did it. So I don't give a fuck. So, yeah. I always keep telling people that shit. But anyway, let's move on.
Yakata, the cotton picker, the Yankee. Yeah, they have their terms that they call us. They're racist and disrespectful terms. And they like to be disrespectful and talk down to us, the dirty black Americans. But when the dirty black Americans start giving it back to them, then we're divisive. When the dirty black Americans want to delineate from all of these other immigrant communities who are respectful towards us, then we're divisive. We're xenophobic. They come over here looking down upon black Americans, and they acclimate towards the white supremacists, the Republican ideology. And then they not only just want to be a part of society, they want to move into positions of power. And then they want to use those positions of power to further oppress the black American. And I'm specifically talking about reparations that black Americans have been fighting for centuries now. Yeah, they have this idea because they've acclimated to the Republican ideology that black Americans don't deserve reparations. What are you going to do with it? What, you're going to buy fried chicken and watermelon? What are you going to do with it? You're going to buy the Nikes and the this and the that?
Listen, let me just say this too. That narrative that comes out, they say, well, what black people going to do with reparations? Listen, I believe about a good 60% of us will use that money to pay off debt and buy businesses. I believe that a lot of black people will get together and say, you know what, let's come together, let's buy some land. Let's buy some counties where we safe at. I believe 60% of us will do what Black Wall Street did. Because I have faith in my people like that. And so, yes, 60% of us will do that. The over 40, that's kind of up in the air what they're going to do. Honestly, I wouldn't lie about that. This is up in the air. 40%, I don't know what them Negroes going to do. But I know 60% of us, we will invest in us. Because a lot of us understand what we need to do. But, but why would it even matter with that, though? We are owed that. So however we blow that money, we blowed it. If we blew the money, we blew it. You know what I mean? If we blew the shit, we blew it. You know what I mean? Like, why would you care about it? I told y'all the reason they don't want to give black people reparations is because, like I told you, that 60% of us we will uplift and get our people that maybe doing a little bullshit with their money or not, come and invest. Just that 60% of us that will invest in us, that's why they don't want to give that to us. Even, let's just say if it wasn't 60, just say it was 40%, the 40, just switch it. The 40%. The 40% of us that would do that, nigga, we will uplift the whole fucking communities. We will uplift the whole black community. And they know that. Give me one second. All right, people, I'm back. But yeah, just think about that shit. Even if it was, listen, even it was 40% of us that wanted to do some money with that to uplift our people, that shit would still make those racist white people be scared. Listen, they already scared that black people just like this whole DEI shit. When we know the truth, but just think about all the black women in the federal, they was black women. The most educated people in this country is black women, not white women, not white men, not any other race. It is black women. That scared them. They just been educated. That scares them. So imagine if we had money back in that shit. We had property, banks, our own shit. See, the one thing I keep telling y'all about racist white people, right, is that they are very, very afraid of black people having their own. If we have our own and we don't need them, we don't need this, because the government, they own it. But if we didn't need this shit and we had our own shit, we had our own money and we can bargain. So imagine when we talk about black vote, they give us reparations, nigga, and we got hundreds of millions of dollars to back candidates, black candidates that we wanted to put in positions. And we got the money to back it. We got the equity to back it. Oh, they're afraid of that. They don't want black people to have no motherfucking money. They don't want us to have equity like that and power. That's power. And this corporate shit that they fucked up. This corporate shit. But imagine we had power in it. We had the equity. We had the money to push our own candidates to be in power. No. They don't want that. And that's why they against black people getting reparations. Just 40% of us. Even the 60 that they think that's going, let's say the 60% fuck it up. They get the money. But that 40%, we going to work that money. So that 60%, we going to outdo them. They fucked all that money up, but we can still outdo them. And we going to back them niggas after they done fucked it all up. No, they don't want no black people who had no money like that. Come on, man. You can't get black people. They can't get black people that type of money. Just the 40% of us, they can't give us that. That 40% is dangerous to them. So no, they can't get black people reparations. That's why they keep using our own people. Got the Democrat Party doing that bullshit. You know what I mean? And you got some immigrants coming over here talking about we don't deserve it, reparations. Like, motherfucker, we ain't in y'all fucking country talking about y'all don't deserve reparations. And y'all country was built on slavery too. Right? Like, but not built on it, but it was taken over by slave owners. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? But y'all over here trying to tear down our shit, trying not us to get nothing. But you get what I mean? Like, the shit that black Americans gotta deal with, bro, this shit ain't right, man. This shit ain't right. We're gonna do a part 2 on this, people. I'm gonna keep them paused right here. I gotta get my ass up for work tomorrow. I appreciate y'all, man. Nothing but love. Leave your comments, hit that like button, support your boy. It's your boy, Mr. OBL. Peace and love to the world.